Let's face any challenge with courage in heart and smile on face. Hi, I'm going to say something, and I sincerely want each and every one of you to analyze your own response after listening to this. Starting from today, NEET MDS 2021 aspirants have around 50 days to the date of exam. Pause the video here, analyze how your response is, and then please continue watching this. I would like to share the following message. Irrespective of how you perceive this statement, the one which I said prior, please remember that the day of your opportunity is coming up. The day of your opportunity. It's time for you to give your best for your own sake. It's time for you to give your best for your own sake. Whenever there is any challenge, standing up to it with courage in heart and smile on face, this ensures your journey to the summit without any doubt. Take my word. Easier said than done. It's easy to say than to do. Not at all. It's in fact as easy to do as it is to say if you see things as they are. Again, let me repeat. It's time for you to give your best for your own sake. There is no hidden agenda here, no pain, no suffering. The equation is very simple. Your result is proportional to your effort. Don't you think so? And when I say effort, it's a very simple word without any strings attached to it. No past memories, no future expectations or fear of unknown, just pure 100% effort with focus on the task at hand. 100%. Again, is it easier said than done? Not at all. I'm sure you all have tomatoes in your home. Just pick one tomato, clean it, take a razor sharp knife and slice the tomato into multiple small tiny pieces. And when you're doing it, would you think of something else? And if you think something else, don't you think you might or you may cut your finger in the process? So when you cut a tomato, what are you actually trying to do? Just cut a tomato, not your finger. So is it easier to say than done? Of course it is easy to do too. I personally used to worry about many things. So last year around this time, my mother faced several challenges health-wise. She has multiple systemic conditions. And this year, again around the same time, my father had a fracture. He had an accident at home. He had fracture of his right hip. We're going for total hip replacement in 1 to 2 days. It's all very challenging, very, very challenging personally. So how to overcome all these challenges when things are happening, especially to our loved ones? I mean, can we see things as they are without any memories, without any fear? Is it possible? I told myself, okay, let me see things as they are. Because last year at around the same time, it was hell kind of experience. It was hell kind of experience in here, not out there. This year it was completely different. It was literally different. Something different was happening in my mind. And is it easier said than done? I mean, is it easy to say all these things than to do, than to overcome these challenges? Of course, no. My point is, if we attach strings to these events, invest in emotions, bring out past memories, future expectations, or fear of unknown, we are unnecessarily complicating things, taking up all the suffering, and in turn, making our loved ones suffer. So can we see things as they are and then focus on what has to be done now? Of course, yes. We have that choice 100%. This is what I have been doing for the past 1 week, and it's been working like a mantra, not just to me, but to my loved ones, including my parents. Believe me when I say this. Saying things as they are without investing any strings or without attaching any strings in the form of emotions, past memories, fear of unknown, etc. Things will work. It's easier to do as it is easier to say. That is, to see things as they are. I mean, when negative emotions are bringing us so much of suffering, I mean, why should we endure? Why should we take up all the beating? Why should we cling on to those emotions when we have a choice to ditch them and focus on what has to be done now? If you carefully observe, it's not the actual situations which bring you pain and suffering, but it's our own thoughts which play a havoc. Because as a matter of fact, the actual situations have solutions, but what about our thoughts? The solution lies in here. Don't you think so? The solution to our thoughts causing pain and suffering lies in here 100%. In fact, when I was interacting with you through live sessions, one-to-one interactions, mails and messages, I realized that each and every one of us is facing challenges and suffering in the process in our own capacity. I really hope that we all have that courage in heart and with smile on face, we can see things as they are and focus on what has to be done now. And if we realize the fact that it's not the things that are happening in our life that are bringing us pain and suffering, but it's our thoughts which are root cause to all of this, the solution is right in front of us, right within us, 100%. That's the greatest news we all have. You might ask me this question, like, sir, if something happens to our loved ones, doesn't it cause pain and suffering to us? Of course, those instances have the potential to cause pain and suffering, no doubt in it. But please answer this question. If you're worried, if you're experiencing pain, if you're suffering because your loved ones are suffering, do you think you can give your best in that particular instance? Do you think you can care your loved ones and focus on what has to be done now for their own sake? The answer is quite obvious. So if we have that courage in heart and with smile on face, if we can see things as they are without attaching any strings, without investing in emotions, I'm sure we can overcome any kind of challenge at any point of time in one's life without any doubt, because it's not the actual situation which is bringing us this suffering or pain or worry. It's our thoughts. If you carefully observe, it's our thoughts which are playing all this havoc. So when it's all our thoughts, don't you think we can control the same? So it's all arising in here. So the solution lies in here, in our mind, 100%. So let me conclude by saying that let's see things as they are, without attaching any strings, and let's not complicate things again based on our past memories or future expectations or fear of unknown. And most importantly, it's not just one rank or one achievement that's going to bring us joy and life into our experiences, but life itself is very simple and a joyous experience. If you carefully observe, life itself, every moment we are living now itself is a simple and joyous experience. Don't you think so? I sincerely hope this video is helpful to each and every one of you, and let's face any challenge with courage in heart and smile on face. Wish you all the best. Love you all.